Hello friends, most welcome to my YouTube channel Maths by Samit Deshmukh. So today we are starting example number 9 from this miscellaneous exercise. Observe the example. In this case, if the given condition is that if the slope of one of the line given by this homogeneous equation is 3 times the slope of other, using this condition we have to prove that 3h square is equal to 4ab. Such type of example already we have solved in the first exercise. Again, let us try to solve this example. Since the condition in the example are related with what? Slope. So let us denote slope of first line by m1 and slope of second line by what? m2. So here we are supposing that m1 and m2. So let m1 and m2 be the slopes of lines represented by equation. What is the given homogeneous equation here? Ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. So let us denote this equation say by equation number first. So therefore what we will get here, m1 plus m2 is equal to what? Minus 2h upon b, and m1 into m2 is equal to what? A upon b. Let us denote this by equation number 2 and this by equation number 3. Now again we are using given condition. What is the given condition? Slope of one of the line given by this equation is 3 times the other. Means slope of one line is 3 times the other. Slope of one line is m1, which is equal to 3 times the other, means 3 times m2. Let us denote it by equation number 4. This is the given condition in the example. Now our required result, in required result a, b and h appears, means m1 and m2 does not appears. Here we will have 3 equations in terms of what? m1 and m2. Using this equation or by solving this equation we will try to get our required result. So first I am substituting the value of m1 is equal to 3 times m2 in equation number second. So put m1 is equal to 3 times m2 in equation 2. Let us see what we'll get. I am replacing this m1 by 3m2 plus m2, keep it as it is. On this side minus 2h upon b also as it is. 3m2 plus m2 will be equal to 4m2. 4m2 is equal to minus 2h upon b, which implies that m2 is equal to, check that both the sides are divisible by 2. If I am dividing both sides by 2, here 2 1s are 2 and here 2 2s are 4. 2 is multiplied, on this side it will get divided. So what will get? Minus h upon 2b. So once the value of m2 is known to us, then we are substituting the value of m1 is equal to 3 times m2 in equation number third. So put m1 is equals to 3m2. So put m1 is equals to 3m2 in equation number third. Let us see what we'll get here. So m1 I am replacing by its value. What is the value of m1? 3m2. We are substituting m1 is equal to 3m2. So here 3m2 into, again keep this m2 as it is, on the right hand side a upon b, keep it as it is. 3 as it is, m2 into m2 will be equal to square of m2 square is equal to a upon b, keep it as it is. So 3, keep it as it is. What is the value of m2 here? m2 is equal to minus h upon 2b. So replace this m2 by minus h upon 2b. Keep this square as it is, on this side a upon b also as it is. Let us try to find out square here. What is square of minus h? Will be h square. What is square of 2? Will be equal to 4, and square of b will be equal to b square is equal to a upon b. On this side 3 into h square, 3h square, keep it as it is. 4b square on this side will get multiplied. 4 into a will be equal to 4a into what? B square divided by b, keep it as it is. Now if you will observe this right hand side, b and b will get cancelled. After cancelling b from numerator and denominator, what we will get here? 4ab. Check that, is it our required result? What we have to prove here? 3h square is equal to 4ab. In this way, using the condition that slope of the one of the line represented by this equation is 3 times the other, we have got our required result. Now see the example number 10th. In the example number 10th, we are finding combined equation of bisectors of bisector of angle between the line represented by this homogeneous equation. So we know that this homogeneous equation represents what? Two lines. Let us suppose that these are two lines which passes through the origin and represented by this homogeneous equation. Question is to find out joint equation or combined equation of the bisectors of the angle. So this is the one angle between these two lines and this is the another angle between these two lines. Let this will be the line which bisect this angle between these two lines represented by this equation, isn't it? And we have to find out combined equation of such angle bisectors. Okay, so first we are considering this equation. We will denote the slopes of the line represented by this equation by m1 and m2, because here if you will observe 5 into minus 1 will be equal to what? Minus 5, and we are not able to find out factors of minus 5 such that addition will be equal to what? 6. Means we are not able to find out two factors here. Already we have solved similar type of example, that is question number 6, but in that case whatever may be the equation is given to us, easily we are able to find out separate equation of lines represented by this equation using factorization method. But in this case factorization method is not applicable, so that's why we are using alternate method here. So observe that alternate method. So first consider this equation and denote the slope of line represented by this equation by m1 and m2. So we are supposing that let m1 and m2 be the slopes of lines represented by the given equation. What is given equation? 5x square plus 6xy minus y square is equal to 0. So from this equation let us try to find out value of a, b and 2h. So a will be equal to 5 here, 2h is equal to 6 and b is equals to what? Minus 1. Once these values are known to us, find out sum of slope, means m1 plus m2 is equal to minus 2h upon b, so which is equal to minus, keep it as it is, 2h we are replacing by 6 and b we are replacing by minus 1, so their division will be equal to what? Plus 6, and product of slope and m1 into m2 is equal to a by b. A is here 5 and b is equals to what? Minus 1, so division will be equal to minus 5. Once these two values are known to us, now we are finding equation of the lines. So therefore equation of the lines, let us denote it by equation number first. Equation of line represented by equation first R. So we know that this equation represents two lines. Slope of one line is m1, means its equation is y is equal to m1x, because line represented by this equation passes through the origin, means its equation is in the form of y is equal to what? Mx. Constant term does not appear since line passes through origin. And equation of second line is y is equal to m2x, because slope of second line is m2. So this equation can be written as, so therefore plus y on this side will become minus y, y1x m1x minus y is equal to 0, and equation of second line is m2x minus y is equal to 0. So equation of first line is what? m1x minus y is equal to 0, and equation of second line is m2x minus y is equal to 0. Once the equation of these two lines are known to us, now consider a point on this angle bisector, because our aim is to find out what? Combined equation of bisector of the angle. Since we are finding combined equation of bisector of the angle between these two lines, so let us take one point on this line, denote its coordinate by x1, y1. Whatever may be the locus, required locus is there. Our required locus is what? Angle bisector. And to find out equation of angle bisector, first take the point on the angle bisector and find out such equation which is satisfied by coordinate of a point on our locus, and our locus is nothing but what? Equation of angle bisector. So now since it is a point on the angle bisector, means we can say that it is equidistance from what? Both its sides, and here sides of the angle are nothing but what? Two lines. So that's why we can say that point P is equidistance from these two lines. First write down what is our supposition here. We are supposing that let P having coordinate x1, y1 be the point on bisectors of the angle. Bisectors of angle between these lines. So that's why we can say that this point is equidistant from these two lines. So therefore point P having coordinate x1, y1 is equidistant from lines. What are the equation of first line? First line is m1x minus y1 is equal to 0, and second line is m2x minus y is equal to 0. So now distance of this point from first line is equals to, first we are finding distance of a point from line first. Whenever we are finding distance of a point from the line first, we are writing same equation in the numerator, only x will get replaced by x coordinate of this point, means by x1, minus y will get replaced by y coordinate, means by y1, divided by under root a square plus b square. A means coefficient of x. What is coefficient of x here? M1. So m1 square plus b square. B means coefficient of y, that is minus 1. So square of minus 1. So this is nothing but distance of this point from the line first is equal to what? Distance of the point from line second. So let us try to find out distance of this point from the line second. So m2 replace x by x coordinate of this point, means by x1, minus replace y by y coordinate, divided by under root a square plus b square. For this equation, what is the value of a? M2. So m2 square plus b square. B is here minus 1 square. Let us see what we will get if we are squaring both sides. So square on both sides, we get. Let us see what result we will get here. If we are taking square of this numerator, its expansion can be found out using which formula? A minus b whole bracket square. Means here we will get m1 square x1 square minus 2 m1 x1 y1 plus y1 square. And in the denominator, if we are finding its square root, if we are finding its square, this root will get eliminated. Remaining term is m1 square plus, what is square of minus 1? Will be equal to plus 1. On this side also, here its expansion of the numerator using a minus b whole bracket square is m2 square x1 square minus 2 m2 x1 y1 plus y1 square. Just simply we are finding its expansion using a minus b whole bracket square formula. And what is square of denominator? Here square root will get eliminate, m2 square plus, and square of minus 1 will be equal to what? Plus 1. So this term is divided. On this side it will get multiplied. So what we will get here? m2 square plus 1 into m1 square x1 square minus 2 m1 x1 y1 plus y1 square is equals to, and this term will get multiplied on this side. So m1 square plus 1 into m2 square x1 square minus 2 m1 x1 y1 plus y1 square. Now I am multiplying by this term to all the terms in this bracket, means we are taking multiplication of these two bracket. So simply first we are multiplying by m2 square to all these three terms. Let us see what we'll get. If I am multiplying by m2 square to first term, here we will get m1 square, m2 square, x1 square. Now multiply to the next term, minus 2 m1 m2 square x1 y1. Now multiply to the third term, means m2 square y1 square. Now I am multiplying by plus 1 to all the terms in this bracket. So see, plus 1 into m1 square x1 square is m1 square x1 square. Multiply to the second term, we will get 2m1 x1 y1. Multiply to the third term, we will get y1 square. Now I am taking multiplication of these two brackets. Use the same method. So first multiply by m1 square to all the three terms. So what we'll get here? m1 square, m2 square, x1 square. Now multiply to the second term, minus 2 m1 minus 2 here, m2 is there, sorry, m2. So m1 square m2 x1 y1, then multiply to the last term. So see what we'll get, plus m1 square y1 square. Now I am multiplying by plus 1 to all this term. So plus m2 square x1 square minus 2m2 x1 y1 plus y1 square. Okay. Now remaining part is just simplification part. Check that these two terms, m1 square m2 square x1 square and m1 square m2 square x1 square on both sides will get cancelled. First we are collecting the terms of x square. Observe the term of x square. Here we will get one term of x square and here we will get second term of x square. If we are collecting the terms of x square, let us see what we will get here. We are collecting the terms of x1 square here. So two terms of x1 square are there. If we are taking x1 square common from this term, here its coefficient is m1 square and this plus term on this side will become what? Minus. And if we are taking x1 square common, here its coefficient is minus m2 square. Just simply we have collected the terms of what? x1 square. Now collect the terms of what? x1 y1. So here observe that this is one term of x1 y1 and this is second term of x1 y1. If we are collecting these two terms, this minus term on this side will become what? Plus. And if it will become plus, and if we are taking here twice common, so what we are taking common? Twice. And parallelly if we are taking x1 y1 common, again check, can I take m1 m2 common from these two terms? Yes, we are able to take 2 m1 m2 and even x1 y1 common from these two terms. Observe here very carefully, this plus term on this minus term on this side will become plus. We have taken 2 common from m1 square, we have taken 1 m1 common, here m2 common, x1 common, x2 common, so means remaining term is here m1. And from this term if we are taking 2 m1 m2 x1 y1 common, so remaining term is what? Minus and m2 means minus m2. Okay, so now we have collected these two terms. Now again here we can observe that here we will get two terms of what? x1 y1. If we are taking minus 2 x1 y1 common, minus 2 x1 y1 common, so here its coefficient is what? Minus already we have taken common, so here its coefficient is m1. And this plus minus term on this side will become what? Plus. And from this plus if we are taking minus common, means from plus if we are taking minus common, so positive term will become what? Negative. Already we have taken 2 common, x1 y1 common, means remaining term is here m2. So this minus term on this side will become plus, but from positive term if we are taking minus common, so minus into minus again will become what? Plus. Lastly, observe that these two terms y1 square and y1 square will get cancelled. Now these are two remaining terms of y1 square. Collect these terms. So here if we are taking y1 square common from these two terms, so let us see what we will get here. Here keep this here its coefficient of y1 square is what? m2 square. And here coefficient is what? m1 square, but plus term on this side will become minus, so minus m1 square. If we are taking minus common, so here its coefficient is m1 square, and from this positive term if we are taking minus common, this positive term will become negative, means m2 square. In this way we have collected all the terms on one side. Now let us again simplify it. Now observe these two terms. Here terms are in the form of a square minus b square. Here the terms are also in the form of a square minus b square. What are its factor? A minus b into a plus b. So factorize its one factor is m1 minus m2 and another factor is what? m1 plus m2. So here keep x1 square as it is, x1 square as it is. Again here plus 2 m1 m2 as it is, again m1 minus m2 also as it is, into what? x1 y1, into x1 y1. Again observe the third term, minus 2 m1 minus m2, keep it as it is, into x1 y1 also as it is. Observe the last term, minus. Here factors of these terms are m1 minus m2 into m1 plus m2 into y1 square is equals to 0. All the terms in this equation are divisible by what? m1 minus m2, m1 minus m2, m1 minus m2. If we are dividing both sides by m1 minus m2, so here after cancelling m1 minus m2, what we'll get? m1 plus m2 into x1 square plus 2m1 m2 into m1. After cancelling m1 minus m2, remaining term is x1 y1. Here also after cancelling m1 into m2, remaining term is minus 2 x1 y1. And here after cancelling m1 minus m2, remaining term is m1 plus m2 into y1 square is equals to 0. Lastly, let us substitute the value of m1 plus m2 and m1 into m2 in this equation. So what is the value of m1 plus m2 is equal to 6. So here we will get 6 x1 square plus 2 m1 into m2 will get replaced by minus 5 x1 y1 minus 2 x1 y1, keep it as it is. Again replace m1 plus m2 by its value 6. So here we will get minus 6 y1 square is equal to 0. So here keep this 6 x1 square as it is. 2 into minus 5 is minus 10 x1 y1 and minus 2 x1 y1 will become minus 12 x1 y1 minus 6 y1 square is equal to 0. If you will observe all the terms in this equation, check that every term is divisible by what? 6. If I am dividing both sides by 6, here we will get x1 square minus 2 x1 y1 minus y1 square is equal to 0. Now here we can observe that this is the equation in terms of what? x1 y1. And what is x1 y1? x1 y1 are the coordinate of a point. It is the coordinate of a point on what? Angle bisector. Means in short we can say that this is the equation of what? Angle bisector. So while writing equation in general form, so we can say that in general required equation of bisector of angles between lines represented by equation first is, what is that equation? X square minus 2xy minus y square is equal to 0. Whenever we are writing equation in general form, we are replacing by x1 by what? X and y1 by what? Y. In this way, we have got our required equation, which is nothing but equation of what? Bisector of the angle between the lines represented by given homogeneous equation. So later on see the example number 11th. In this example, we have to find out value of A using the condition that sum of the slope of the line represented by this homogeneous equation is twice their product. Since the condition in the example are related with what? Slope. That's why slope of one line denoted by m1 and slope of another line denoted by m2. m1 and m2 are the slope of line represented by given homogeneous equation. From this homogeneous equation, first find out value of A. A will be equal to A here. 2h is equal to 8 and B is equals to, what is the value of B? 5. So now we are using given condition. So since it is given to us that, what is the given condition? Sum of slope means m1 plus m2 is what? Twice their product, means twice m1 into m2. This is the given condition in the example. Using this condition, we are trying to solve the example. So m1 plus m2, what is the value of m1 plus m2? That is minus 2h upon b. On this side 2, keep it as it is. m1 into m2 is equal to a upon b. b on both sides will get cancelled. After cancelling b on both sides, minus, keep it as it is, 2h. We are replacing 2h by its value 8. And on this side 2, keep it as it is, replace a by its value. What is the value of a here? A. So which implies that a will be equals to 2 will get divided on this side, means minus 8 upon 2 implies that a is equal to what? Minus 4. In this way we have got our required value A using the condition that sum of the slope is equal to what? Twice their product. Now see the example number 12th. In this example, one of the line 4x minus 5y coincides with the line represented by this homogeneous equation. Using this condition, we have to show that value of 25a plus 40h plus 16b will be equal to what? 0. Means one homogeneous equation is given to us. So we know that it represents two lines passing through the origin. So one of the line represented by this homogeneous equation coincides with the line 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. Using this condition, we have to solve the example. So already we have solved such type of example. We have seen that whenever the slope of line is given to us, or line represented by homogeneous equation coincides with some line is given to us, or line represented by homogeneous equation is given to us, or parallel line is given, or perpendicular line is given to us. In all these examples, we are converting the given homogeneous equation into what? Auxiliary form, and using auxiliary form easily we are able to solve the example. So let us consider the given homogeneous equation. We are writing its auxiliary form. So therefore auxiliary equation is, what is its auxiliary equation? Bm square plus 2hm plus a is equal to 0, denoted by equation number 2. Now one of the line represented by this equation coincides with the line. Use this condition. So one of the line represented by equation first coincides with line 4x minus 5y is equals to 0. So slope of line 4x minus 5y is equal to 0 is m is equals to, let us try to find out slope of this line. Slope of line can be find out applying which formula? Minus a by b. A is here 4 and b is equals to what? Minus 5. B is equal to minus 5, which is equal to 4 by 5. Minus and minus from numerator and denominator will get cancelled. This is the slope of this line which coincides with the line represented by the homogeneous equation. That's why we can say that it implies that m is equal to 4 by 5 satisfies equation number 2, means this auxiliary equation. So therefore keep this b as it is, replace m by its value. What is the value of m here? 4 by 5. Keep square as it is, minus 2h into m. Again m I am replacing by 4 by 5 plus a is equal to 0, plus a is equal to 0. Just replace m by its value 4 by 5. Now simplify it. So here square of 4 is 16. 16 into b will be equal to 16b. In the denominator square of 5 is 25 minus 4 2s are 8. 8h upon 5 plus a is equal to 0. Now what is the LCM of these two numbers? 25. So we are multiplying both sides by 25. If I am multiplying to first term by 25 will get cancelled, we will get 16b. If I am multiplying here by 25, 5 5s are 25 and 5 into 8 will be equal to 40. So 40h multiply by 25, we will get 25a, and if you are multiplying to right hand side by 25, 0 into 25 will be equal to 0. So therefore first write down the term of a, that is 25a, then write down term of h, that is 40h, and lastly write down the term of b, that is 16b is equal to 0, and check that is it the required condition which we have to prove here. So in this way we have shown that 25a minus 40h plus 16b will be equal to what? 0. In this way we have completed first 12 examples. Remaining example we will solve in next video.